So guys, this is Gas by Derrick Ableman and Zach Becker. This is Derrick Ableman pitching it. They're both from San Francisco, California.
Hey, nice thin tie.
Hurry up, the clock's ticking.
So there's this device. It's called a skip. It's no bigger than this piece of chalk. And when I attach a skip to your engine, your car can suddenly get 300 miles out of a single gallon of gasoline. That sounds awesome, right? But it's not. Because the global fuel economy is about to collapse. Because gas now costs $12 a gallon. In fact, everything that you would do to modify a technology is now illegal. Because the car companies didn't invent the skip, and the government can't control it. So if you modify a BlackBerry, a cell phone, a laptop, a car, you run afoul of one Agent Anna Karan. Agent Anna Karan is head of a new branch of the government called the Tech Division. And she's been granted carte blanche to pursue who's responsible for creating the skip technology. Her main tool is a piece of chalk, just like this. With it, around a suspect, she would draw a box, just like the one I'm standing in right now. This box is instant Guantanamo Bay. Once inside this box, you are an enemy combatant and have no rights. But she doesn't want to put just anybody inside of this box. She wants to put one man. His name is Benjamin Stipe. Benjamin Stipe is a leader of a group called the Immigrants, a shadowy group of renegade engineers that went off the grid about 30 years ago, and since then have been doing technological stuff that would make Nikola Tesla blush. Anna Karan's one connection to the Immigrants is a man named Barry Did. He's sort of a Bill Gates technology mogul. She finds Did, muscles a name out of him, Dr. Tarang, who is himself a disgraced member of the Immigrants. They strike a deal. In exchange for immunity, any crimes he might have committed in the past are forgiven. Bottomless government funding and a promise that he will reverse engineer any advanced technology confiscated in the investigation for the federal government. What ensues is a global game of cat and mouse, with the world's global fuel economy at stake.
Say it again in about 10 or 20 words. I mean, just boil it down to something. There was a lot going on there. I liked it. I liked the look of it, and I liked the feel of it. But just boil it down. What's at stake here, and what's the central premise? Give me 20 words.
Okay, this is a story about a woman named Anna Karan trying to stop the global fuel economy from collapsing. It's a story about America trying to reclaim its place at the technological top of the heap.
I think you're a great pitcher. You kept us interested. You started us out with something that was a mystery that you solved during the pitch. A couple of things. I'm not sure who your main character is. I don't know anything about her background, how she came to do this, if she has moral issues, if there's a theme that resonates with her, that she is conflicted about what she's doing and who she's working for. And I think that's important to know for us to really to have any kind of connection with our main character.
Conflict is evident in the fact that her main way of saving the world is by denying people their civil liberties, by putting them in this box and taking away their rights as an American citizen. Instant Guantanamo Bay, that's conflict. It's trying to save the world, but also robbing people of their rights.
Is she aware of that?
Yes, she has the chalk. That's what she's doing.
Is she aware that what she's doing is not
It
necessary?
is morally questionable?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
You seem to
But
kind of be
there's
going off in two different directions, though. You're losing focus. It's either a movie about our economic situation with petroleum, or it's a movie about our civil rights. Which I'm not sure which way do you want to go with that.
Can I tell you? Great. Okay. In the same way that in Iraq right now, if there was some sort of information that I might have about Al-Qaeda, I could find myself possibly in a box just like this where my rights would be denied because the administration is trying to stabilize our current global economy. And to do that, they're willing to sacrifice the rights of quote-unquote enemy combatants. It's these two things. It's gas. It's the things that, if you drive a car or you read a newspaper, this story is important to you because I'm able to...
What's the end result? What are the ramifications of removing the civil liberties?
Then the ramifications.
What does that have to do with the story?
That has to do with the story in that the only people that can afford to drive because of the skip engine are either fabulously wealthy or breaking a federal law. But why? Why does it matter to you? do you pay money at the gas pump, just like I do? This would jack your
What
prep.
I think the consensus is here is we're a little confused in the story. You are a great pitcher, by the way.
Yes.
You're going in too many different directions where we can't understand the 10-second version.
Right.
We're willing to give something a minute or two, but when we go into a studio, for instance, or I go into a comic book marketing committee, I've got 10 seconds.
Right.
And yours is really hard to explain in that. Some things do really well that way.
Right.
I think we're all just saying,
There's something in there, though.
Yes.
That's the thing, is that you've got something, and you're just not mining it correctly.
Right. Well, it's a complicated idea because I want to.
I want to say, Derrick, you look like a really cool dude, and this kind of looks like this. I looked at Paige. This looks cool. This seems kind of cool, and I mean, you seem like kind of a cool guy to hang out with, and like
you have the look of a creator.
I want to go. I want to go out to a party with you, or go to a party that you throw. You know, and.
I'm here for 3 days. You look me up.
All right, I will.
So thank you very much.
Can I go a little bit over? I just want to say the whole idea of the geeks fighting back against government mandates to protect intellectual property, as the technology person here, totally resonates with me. The fact that, you know, I can't make a backup copy of my DVD. And beyond that. So I think that you have a really strong built-in target audience if perhaps you back away from the petroleum thing and focus more on the control of intellectual property.
That's
more of a
yeah.
Fahrenheit 451 sort of issue.
Make it clean.
Yeah.
And make sure
But I love
that
that part.
your protagonist, you know, if she's conflicted, because if she's taking away people's rights,
Right.
it's hard for us to think that that's a good thing, unless there really are huge stakes
I don't
for
think
doing
it's
that.
good. I think it's a question.
But she needs her reasons for doing it,
Yeah.
and then finding out why that's good or bad. I agree. I would drift away. And the only reason why I'm talking a little bit more is I like it.
Yeah, that's
You know,
it.
but it's just, it lacks focus.
It needs-
Go away from the petroleum stuff, go more towards the high tech, more of the Orwellian aspects of what
Yes,
you're talking
yes.
about. I would actually like to hear more about this at another time. So, I mean, that's, yeah.
Great. I just want to thank you for your time. And I also urge you, because it is a complicated idea, we worked very hard on a 3-paragraph summary, which you should all have copies of. Look that over. That should answer some of your questions. I appreciate your 2 minutes, but boy, was this challenging. You've been a great audience. And I'll take. Thank you.